And now comes the difficult part, a really hard part, and that's analyzing and forecasting. This is where all of a sudden you're knowledgeable on the subject, you know what you want, and now it's time to kind of brainstorm the future, predict the future. Now, am I saying, oh, you're going to be clairvoyant, you need to be a fortune teller? Absolutely not. When you notice things in life, the universe, people, you'll start to see patterns. The more you get experience, that's why you hire experience when you're looking for someone in a certain position. That's why you have experienced fighter pilots that do better than rookie fighter pilots, because you can't teach everything in a classroom. Experience comes with time, with learning, with dedication, and going back to that getting smart, to constantly study and update and work on your craft, work on your skill. So you get to this analyze, this forecast, and it works something like this. My children are big fans of the television program Dora the Explorer. Anybody, any Dora fans out there? Dora's great. Educational, fun, and even though her head's shaped like a football, I don't hold it against her. So Dora has this thing where it's all about patterns. At the beginning of the show, they look at this map, and the map tells them where they're going to go on this adventure. And one of my kids' favorite episodes is where they're going to the wizard's castle. But first they have to go past the garden and through a gate. And so throughout the entire show, they refer to the map, and it says garden, gate, wizard's castle. They look back at the map, garden, gate, wizard's castle. And they say this over and over and over. And so now, anytime I go to my kids, at any time of day, I can go up to any one of them and say garden, gate, and they automatically say wizard's castle, because even as children, they recognize patterns. They know what's coming next. And that's what part of becoming an expert in studying and learning. You start becoming an expert at predicting patterns, noticing what's happening, what's happened before, what's going to happen next time. And obviously this is an overly simplified example, but you can take that and expand on it and really try and look at where are potentials in my plan to go wrong, what's worked in similar instances in the past, what hasn't worked, and where was that failure, where was a success. And a big part of that is doing what I've been in some teams, we call it an after-action review. In the military, that's what it's referred to. Some call it a post-mortem exam, not just inside medicine, but in business, where after a project, you go back and you dissect it. And you learn what went wrong, what went right. So next time, you're able to analyze what's going on while it's going on, and then forecast. And that's where you can start doing contingency planning and preparing yourself for if things don't go as planned. Many systems we had back when I was in the Army, we had triple redundant systems. You have your plan, and if that plan goes wrong, you have your backup plan, and in case the backup plan goes wrong, you got another backup plan. And that's just the beginning. If you have more time, you still work on that plan, you refine the plan, you come up with more contingencies, more backup plans to make sure that failure is not an option.